Welcome to the link this week's edition. We can see that we're in lockdown, but we must continue to furnish you information that you can use. Information that is useful for you in your business or in, today we are going to speak about innovation. And tonight we are discussing something called the Ideathon. You will get to know it in a moment. And my guest tonight is Mr. Dennis Aguma, who is the Executive Director for the Association of School Enterprises. So by that, we can hear that it's about school enterprises. Mr. Dennis Aguma, welcome. Very well. Let's start.
Good afternoon.
Okay, let's start straight away. Association of School Enterprises working with UNDP on something called the Ideathon. Please take us through what are we talking about here?
Just one clarification, it is Association of Student Enterprises. We used to be called the National Association, but we couldn't use the word national because that's reserved for government organizations. But we have been trading as NASE. So we are a social enterprise that supports youth, whether or not they are in school. We've done a lot of work in vocational colleges and higher education institutions, supporting students to make them entrepreneurial. Until our supporters and development partners, the United Nations Development Program, challenged us to support them with the Youth Ideathon. So as you can tell, these are two words. One is youth, the other one is Ideathon. Of course, youth meaning that we are targeting the youth, partly because the vast majority of Ugandans fall within that category. I think we're one of the youngest populations and one of the fastest growing populations in the world. And yet we also have huge challenges with youth unemployment. So the UNDP has been doing a lot of work really supporting enterprises, entrepreneurs, giving out grants anywhere between 10 to 40,000 US dollars, but typically for established organizations that are maybe 12 months and older. So this is the first time they are venturing into spaces where we really want to inspire people that just have a simple idea. The vast majority of entrepreneurs, as you would know yourself, entrepreneurship starts with a simple idea. But very rarely do you get an opportunity for someone to give you a hand. One, to inspire you to come up with this business idea, but also to give you a hand along the way. And some of the support we'll be giving includes grants of up to 100 million shillings, incubation support, mentorship. So it's not just really about the money that we're giving out to individuals who have brilliant ideas, but it's also to inspire someone out there that has a brilliant idea, but take them along this journey. And your viewers, when they go onto our website, they will notice this whole process that starts off with a campaign that we're running at the moment to attract the ideas. Then from next week, we'll be doing what we call thematic sessions, 2 weeks of intensive discussions around various themes. And maybe I'm happy to talk to the viewers about this. But as well as that, we'll get into master classes where we focus really on the entrepreneurship. Is there a business within your idea, and how can we bring that out and eventually to end up into a beautiful final where all these winners are going to be announced.
So you have spoken about the process, but let's start with, you are saying youth. Which youth can participate? And you say ideas. Which ideas are you looking for? Let's start with those two.
Okay, so we say the youth, but really, it's very hard to define who a youth is, depending on which organization's records you're looking at. Some will draw a line at, let's say, the other day I was joking, I still regard myself as a youth, but my colleagues don't think I'm a youth anymore. So we have resisted the temptation to draw a cutoff line. Indeed, we're seeing that some of the ideas that are coming in from the higher rate, the higher side of the youth, 24, 25, 30, 35 years old. So we're not limiting individuals. I think whilst it's dubbed the Youth Ideathon, the vast majority of Ugandans would really regard themselves as youth. In terms of the categories that we're looking at, they include agriculture, which is the backbone of Uganda. They include tourism, that has been hit strongly by COVID-19 challenges. We have mining, we have smart cities, we have STEM, science, technology, engineering, maths, including ICT. We have renewable energy, we have mining, we have healthcare. With the crisis that we're dealing with at the moment, we need lots of Ugandans to come out there and do something similar to what the gentleman of COVIDX has been doing. There's lots of opportunities. We've been drinking all sorts of concoctions. So health has never been more on the agenda. Then we also have the creative industry, which includes quite a number of things around art and crafts, around gaming and gamification, around music, around software, marketing and advertising, quite a number of things. But having said that, we do not want to limit individuals in terms of these particular categories. Indeed, we have been seeing some ideas that have come outside of these areas that I've talked about. So anyone that has a brilliant idea, they're all welcome.
And let's zero into the fact you have said an idea. I'm sure deep down you have some parameter. What ideas are you looking for? Surely not every idea will come, but what give us some pointers for the ideas. You have talked about COVID, let me say, or COVID medicines for COVID, but then in other areas, what is the range of things you are looking at so that if I am doing that thing, I know that I can come to you?
That's a very good example to start on, actually, COVIDX. Some of the best ideas come from a problem, identifying a problem and coming up with a solution to address that particular problem. And COVIDX is a perfect example of that, where a gentleman applies his skills and expertise to solve a particular problem. So I would encourage young people out there that are struggling with ideas, just look around you. What challenges are you facing? What problems, what pains? And there's lots of them now with lockdown, people out of jobs, people are looking for how food gets to them. So there's lots of opportunities, really. It's not a rosy situation out there, but it also presents interesting opportunities. The other area to look at is what I've called derivative ideas. These are derived from things that are already in existence, but maybe they're not perfect. So have you had a delivery, to you, and you've had to wait for like a whole day for the delivery to come? Could you do something much better? Have you received a product whose packaging was such that the product itself actually was not edible because the packaging was terrible? Was it about branding? What was it about? So you don't have to come up with a novel idea. Indeed, most of the ideas on this planet are not new. We're not looking for Nobel Prize winning ideas. We're looking for solutions that are making progress. Innovation and creativity sometimes doesn't have to be radical. It can be incremental. Then we also have what we call symbiotic ideas. These are ideas where there is a congruence of two brilliant ideas. Someone is doing something, you're doing something else, but together you come up with a new product and service. So ideas can come from anywhere, provided you get those thoughts and ideas and decide to act upon them. Maybe to add for the benefit of the viewers, the kind of ideas we're looking for, this being COVID, one of the things that the UNDP has been at pains to do is to show leadership in this space. When the whole economy is under lockdown, who is there for you to support you as a development partner? And we're looking for solutions that are addressing some of the challenges that people are facing right now. And some of those business ideas don't actually have to be commercial business ideas, the likes of Facebook or Amazon. No, they could be social enterprises where you may be coming up with an idea to solve a particular problem in the village. Maybe grandmothers are on their own and everyone else is locked up in the city. How can you address those kind of issues? So we're not just looking for one type of idea, we're looking for quite a variety of ideas. So how is your idea addressing COVID challenges? Does it have potential to scale? How many people is it impacting? Potentially, how many jobs could this create if it was to be scaled up? So there's quite a parameter that needs to be followed. This is to help the judges to decide how brilliant the idea is. All that is available on our website, which is undp.nase.co.ug.
Okay, well said. I hear a word you repeated was solutions. And I take it a solution to a problem will be paramount in terms of the winner. And we spoke about the winner. So I have an idea. What are my expectations? Am I in a competition? And what's going to happen after?
Thank you very much. In effect, it's almost like a competition. And it is actually a competition because some of the brightest ideas, and there has to be a way in which we rank them, will get grants. But this is not a Kampala thing. Viewers should rest assured that this involves, we've been actually rallying the whole country. We have been in the Western region, in the Eastern region, in the Northern region. People have seen us, even here in the Central. People will have seen us on Radio West, TV West. My colleagues have been on Radio Teso. We'll be on Voice of Toro and others. So we are really running individuals across the whole country. So there will be winners in every region for a start. There will also be winners in each of these different categories in every region. So you could be a winner in Barara region, or sorry, Western region, and win, let's say, 10 million shillings. You could also be a winner in the category within that region and win another 10 million shillings. You could then also be a winner on national. You could also be a winner in the national category. So there's quite a series of winning. There's a matrix, so to speak, where the grants won't go to just one individual. There will be lots of winners in all sorts of places. But ultimately, one of them, the overall winner, is going to take home, I beg your pardon, 100 million shillings worth of grants. Mind you, these are grants. These are not loans. These are grants, money set aside by the UNDP to give you a hand. And it won't just be about money. We're giving you support that you would need typically as an entrepreneur, incubation support, mentorship. We have put together a course, an entrepreneurship-related course that individuals will have access to. Some of this content is valuable, almost like 1 million shillings worth of value that every participant, provided you go all the way to the end, you'll have access to this. We'll be giving you certificates for those that will have finished the course. So the whole program has really been thought through, and I would encourage every young person who is out there, especially now with lockdown, if you're not doing much at home, you have no idea what opportunity lies ahead of you. Just have a go, and you might be celebrating in a few weeks' time.
As we finished, Mr. Aguma, tell us again, how do I get the information to join the competition? Just go over that again, one more time.
The vast majority of the information will be available on our website, which is undp.nase.co.ug. Just to repeat that again, undp.nase.co.ug. We also have a telephone number and a call center that will receive your call, and that number is 070-80-800-8. Number again, 070-808-0008. But you can also follow us on social media. We've been doing quite a lot of work on having this discussion with some of the influencers out there. We will be, from next week, Monday, Tuesday, the whole 2 weeks, we're going to be having a series of interesting discussions around each one of these sectors that I talked about. The whole day will be dedicated to agriculture, another one on ICT. So people really should go onto the website, sign up and register your business idea, but then you will get invitations to attend these thematic sessions. They are compulsory for those that want to participate all the way to the final. So I would encourage everyone to head onto our website and get as much information as possible.
Thank you very much, Mr. Aguma, from the Association of Students Enterprise. I got it right.
Nice, thank you.
And
thanks for having me.
Viewers, we said the link is a place for opportunities. You had it there. You have a burning idea. You don't even feel confident, but you think maybe it can make it. Please visit the website and join the competition. You never know. There are going to be many winners, but solutions that address today's problems. That was the link. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Are we going to get a recording of the clip when it goes out? It would be very